Hey, past life travelers. Welcome back for another episode. This one's going to be a great one. I'm here with Yasmin, and she lives in the U.S. now, but she's from Belgium. So I wonder where we'll go today. Hey, Yasmin, introduce yourself a little bit. Tell us a little about yourself and why you wanted to do this today.
Well, hi, Angie. Thank you for doing this. Yes, my name is Yasmin. I am a Belgian living in LA. I have lived in the US for close to 20 years now and lived quite a few other countries as well, from ranging from Paris to Australia, done some traveling. So it'll be interesting to see if anything comes up related to that nomadic past life or not. Um, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm coming in with as little expectation as possible to just really leave it open and see what transpires. Just like any person, we all have things that we're figuring out or trying to get to. So I don't know if anything will come up in that sense, or it will be just a fun journey. We'll see what occurs.
Exactly. So even though you're a practitioner, I'm going to tell you what I tell each guest is that even practitioners, we know so much about hypnosis, but they'll come out and they'll say, I think I just made that up. I don't think that was real. I think it came out of my own imagination. And, it feels like that. But what I've been told is that the information about our past lives resides with our higher self in the spirit world. And the only way for them to communicate to us is through our imagination. So it's coming from that place we're familiar with, but it really isn't from our current life's data bank, if you would. So I'll just ask you today that when that thought comes up, I think I'm making this up. I'm just going to ask you to suspend that thought, push it aside for today, and just allow whatever comes. Tell me whatever you're feeling, hearing, seeing, even if it seems weird to you. Okay?
Sounds good.
Okay, so let's get started. Good, you're doing it right. You always do it right. Now, Yasmin, I'd like you to imagine something totally different. I'd like you to imagine, picture, or pretend that you see a hallway stretching out in front of you. Long, long hallway. And on the wall to the left, you see a series of doors all the way down. And on the wall on the right, you also see a series of doors all the way down. Many, many doors. We're going to take a few steps into the hallway, and when we do, I want you to notice that under your feet, there's a thick, plush, comfortable carpet. But with each and every step you take, it gets thicker and deeper and softer beneath your feet. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Deep sleep. Deep sleep. Very good. Now, Yasmin, I want you to look along that long hallway and find the door where there's light spilling out from around the door. And just tell me when you've done that.
I found it.
Okay, good. What color is the light coming around it?
White.
White? And I'd like you to take your hands and put your palms on the door and just feel the emotion coming from the other side of the door. What does that feel like to you?
Nothingness.
Just nothingness to you. Yeah. Because we really don't know what's there, do we? All right. In a moment, but not quite yet, I'll ask you to take down the keys that are hanging on the wall by the door and unlock and open the door. But I don't want you to go inside the room yet. I want you to just stand on the threshold and feel that white light all around your body. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Take down the keys, unlock and open the door, and stand on that threshold, allowing that white light just to come into you. How does that feel to you? I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's
It's an
okay?
okay thing.
Yeah, good. I'll just ask you to speak a little more loudly for me. So notice that in the room there's a thick, cushy carpet and a squishy chair, a comfortable chair for you to sit in. So it's time to go in the room. 1, 2, 3. Go into that room. Sit yourself down in that cozy chair. And tell me, Yasmin, is there something in your life that's maybe kind of unexplained or that you wonder about? It's maybe something that, or a reaction or something that just doesn't make total sense to you. Some reaction or something about you that doesn't seem to have a trauma or anything attached to it.
Something about the carrot dangling. It always gets so close to very big things, and somehow it's gone.
So the carrot dangling, it seems like you get so close, but then it's gone. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah. I'm just making some notes here. So if you allow that feeling, first of all, allowing the emotion to come into your mind, and then allow that emotion to create the feeling in your physical body. What does it feel like in your body?
Sad.
It's sad. And how does that sadness express itself in your physical body?
Warmth, heat.
Like heat?
Mm-hmm.
And where in your body is the heat?
Hands, abdominal, lower arms, back, legs too.
And your legs too. And when you get that heat and you feel that sadness, does it linger?
Yeah, it's just there.
It's just there. Yeah. So what I'd like you to do now is I'd like you to just say within your mind, I'd like you to say these phrases over and over to yourself. Just see, it's like a carrot dangling. It's like you get so close and then it's gone. It's so sad. And it creates heat in my hands, my abdominals, lower arms, back, and legs, and it's just there. Just repeat those words over and over to yourself in your own mind until you notice that in front of you appears something. It might be a bridge, it could be a cave, it could be a door or some kind of opening. Just let me know when that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it that appears in front of you?
A doorway, but it's a round big circle, almost like a portal with light on the sides and a seemingly pathway that's kind of dark in color.
That's cool. I like it. Go through, and when you're all the way through, look at your feet and tell me what you're wearing on your feet.
Some sort of red weird moccasins of some sort, almost like gnome or leprechaun style.
Uh-huh. Like a gnome or a leprechaun. Look up your body. What are you wearing? What kind of clothing?
This is weird. Like elf clothing, like green leggings with some puffy kind of shorts that have an elastic at the bottom and some green and white striped shirt/sweater.
Elf clothes, yeah. Interesting. Are you a man or a woman?
A man.
A man, okay. And how old are you?
I'm not sure if it's 5 or 25.
1, 2, 3. How old are you?
5.
5. Okay. So are you 5 years old, like a human child, 5 years old?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Do you feel like you're a human child?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And what's your name?
Timmy?
Timmy. Hi, Timmy. Timmy, what's happening today?
Just walking around.
You're just walking around. All right. Are you inside or outside?
I think inside.
Inside. Okay. And what kind of inside? Is it a home or another kind of place?
It sort of feels like a theater stage of some sort, like some sort of old-fashioned set.
Oh, a theater, maybe a theater set. Are you on the stage part or somewhere else?
I think I'm in the behind the scenes
Behind the scenes, in the backstage?
backstage.
Yeah, backstage area. Are there other people in costumes backstage?
I have a feeling they are. I can't see them.
You can't see them yet. Okay. Do you just have a sense of them, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Thanks for sharing that. Um, are you soon to go on stage?
No, I think it's like prepping for rehearsal or something like that.
Like a dress rehearsal, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And are your parents there with you?
No, it's empty. I have a sense that I'm a 25-year-old, but dressed as a 5-year-old. I think for the play. I think that's what that is.
So you're a 25-year-old, but dressed as a child.
Yeah, I
And
think so.
how can a 25-year-old pass as a 5-year-old?
I have no idea. I think that's the role to play.
How tall are you?
Like 5 feet.
Like 5 feet. So you're grown, but you're not the tallest man around.
Hmm.
And is Timmy your name or your character's name?
I don't know.
Hmm. So we can find that out later. All right. So you're set. You're in a theater. Timmy, you're just kind of walking around. Let's fast forward just a little bit until it's time to go on stage. 1, 2, 3. Be there. Be ready. Tell me what's happening.
Uh, Bright lights overhead. There are some people already performing. I'm standing to the sideline. I think I'm about to go on, or I'm supposed to go on.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what the name of the show is?
No, they have a backdrop of sort of like a village, sort of that 2D build.
Mm-hmm.
I think
And this
there's
is a theater rather than a recorded production?
correct.
Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead with what you were saying.
I think there are two people up front acting, playing something.
Mm-hmm.
Some the idea of cobblestones and I don't know, something about someone's on the floor, the other one's trying to help them up. A cart that's fallen. I think that's the scenery.
Mm-hmm. Is that part of the show?
I think so, but it's strange because it's starting to become a little 3D like, but only those two people.
And are you ready? You ready to go on soon?
Yeah,
How will you know when it's your time?
when someone waves to me, I think.
They'll give you a cue.
Hmm.
Is there any kind of audience? Maybe the director or something today?
Yeah, it seems now that there are people there quiet, as though it's an actual performance, but it's dark because the lights are beaming towards the stage, so you can't really see.
That's probably a good thing. You can't see the whole audience, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it is an actual performance.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have the feeling that this is a comedy or a story? What do you think it is?
I feel like it goes from comedy to sad. I feel like it's a combination.
Comedy to sad. So it encompasses like a bigger story than just something funny.
Yeah, it feels like it starts all happy, but then there's like a deep
Mm-hmm.
ending or story to it.
And are you as a character, are you involved in the sad part?
I think that's what this the I think it's the happy clothing, the elf clothing is sort of the funny side of it. And I think as I'm about to go on stage, I'm going to discover the sad part.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm going to ask you now to fast forward to the very end of the performance. Maybe you'll be taking a bow with the cast at the end of the whole thing. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Be there at the final curtain. Tell me what's happening.
Next to each other, all the actors or something, and we're holding hands and bowing
Mm-hmm.
in unison.
Yeah. And do you hear applause?
Yeah, I can't hear it, but there's an awareness of people clapping, thundering kind of applause.
So a really good applause.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well received, would you say?
yeah.
Does
Like it
this
was,
feel, I'm sorry, go ahead.
like it was surprising to people, that twist from light fun to deep moving story.
Yeah. But a good surprise.
Yeah, like as though it was very good, a very good story, well portrayed type of thing. Quality, I
Mm-hmm.
guess is what I'm saying.
Awesome. And so you're feeling kind of basking in that reward of the applause.
Yeah,
Timmy, is this opening night?
it feels like it could be.
And what city are you in?
Atlanta comes to mind.
Atlantic City? Or
Atla
Atlanta?
Atlanta,
Atlanta. Okay. And what's the year?
1973 comes to mind.
73. Okay. I hadn't graduated yet, but that was a good year. So now I'm going to ask you to go forward in this life, Timmy's life, to the next significant event. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Be there. See what you see. Hear what you hear. Tell me about the experience today.
I figure out. I think I'm near some sort of machinery, or I'm not sure. There's an outline of a shape, but I'm trying to see if I can get a better
1,
idea
2,
of what that.
3. Allow that to be more clear for you.
Yeah, some sort of machinery, like a panel with buttons that operates this pretty substantial piece of machinery. I can only see that side panel by which I'm standing, wearing overalls.
You're wearing overalls. Okay.
Yeah,
Is this work?
I think so.
Look around. What else do you see there?
Like a big hall, like a hangar type of thing.
Like an airplane hangar?
Yeah, but no airplanes, more like a giant workshop space or factory kind of space.
Okay.
But it's a hangar kind of feel, like a half dome ceiling with
Yeah.
glass type of thing.
Like that kind of size, the way a hangar is.
Yeah, like an industrial space.
Mm-hmm. And Timmy, why are we here today? What's going on?
First thing that comes to mind is because I have to be here. It's my job.
You have to be here. How do you feel about being there and it's your job?
Not great, apparently, but that's what I want to be doing, but I'll make the best of it type of thing.
Mm-hmm. What would you like to be doing?
I think it's the acting part.
You loved the acting.
I think so.
How long since you've done any acting?
I think 14 years in this scenario.
So was the last time you did acting was in the show that where we started?
I think so.
Mm-hmm. And why is it you didn't pursue the acting? What happened?
Money, have to work and provide.
Money. Mm-hmm. Do you have a family to provide for?
I'm not sure. It seems like I want to, but it doesn't seem like it's there. And on the other hand, it seems like there are two people there.
1, 2, 3. Do you have a family, Timmy?
No.
No. So the money to provide is solo for you?
Yeah, and for the family that may eventually come, type of
Ah.
thinking.
Are you saving up?
Yeah.
That's smart. In the meantime, what can you do for yourself? What do you do to make yourself happy? You have to work, but what do you do in your off time?
It seems like not much. It seems like work and wait for that family to come, and that's it. I think doing the responsible things seemingly I see him going to a bar, a pub type thing once in a while.
Where do you meet ladies? I mean, you're wanting a family. It's down the road. Where do you meet people?
I don't think he does.
That makes it kind of hard. Let's ask him directly. How will you meet your future wife?
There's a not knowing
Mm-hmm.
sense of, it's weird, this sense of he or I am good in and of itself, and the world around doesn't match that, so she's gonna have to find me type thing.
Oh, she'll have to find you. Are you open to that?
Yeah, seems to be the logical thought.
That's kind of interesting to me. I'm wondering how she'll find you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move forward in time again, Timmy, to the next significant event in your life. 1, 2, and 3. Be there. Feel the whole experience. And tell me what's happening today.
I feel like he or I is out in nature somewhere walking. There's trees and gravel. Still wearing those overalls with a cap, like a hat cap thing.
Mm-hmm.
Walking by himself. There seems to be other people walking with small kids who are wearing coats. And
where is this, Timmy?
It's weird. It feels like England.
England? Can you hear the people talking to their children and each other?
It's sort of a vague idea of some of the kids laughing, running around.
Mm-hmm. I'm wondering if you can hear an accent.
I don't know.
You don't notice. Okay. What's happening? What's happening with this walk out in nature? Where are you headed?
Nowhere. It seems kind of aimless. It also seems like I don't belong there, like there's a difference in time.
The time has shifted?
Yeah.
What year is it?
1853.
1853. Timmy, I don't think we're in the 70s anymore. I think we've moved to another life. Would that be true? Does that feel true?
The surroundings seem to, yeah.
And so you're wearing your cap and overalls. Are they modern overalls?
Yeah, it started like that, but then it's slowly, very slowly shifting.
Is your name still Timmy?
It's slowly shifting. The name Charles keeps popping up.
What's your last name, Charles?
Smith?
Smith? Do you spell that with an I or a Y?
I.
Charles Smith. What's happening today, Charles? Why are you all out walking?
It's weird. What I get is it's because I'm alone and I got nothing else to do.
How old are you here, Charles?
47.
47. Are you married?
It's so weird. It says no, but I want to.
No, but you want to. That sounds familiar. Charles, what kind of work do you do?
Something with stones. Like I don't know if it's road work or fence work or masonry. Something with stones.
Do you use tools like for masonry, like building walls, or do you use tools like chipping away, like making headstones or shapes?
It looks more like fences, like rock fences type thing.
Rock fences. And what's your location?
Bristol, England?
Bristol. Bristol's a big port, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe. It seems like he's not.
I was just curious. It's okay. So, Charles, you're building rock walls. You're 47. You wish you were married. How are you looking for a wife?
It's the same answer as Timmy. It's like,
Really?
don't know where to look. You meet them or you don't, type of thing.
So you're just expecting a kind of serendipitous meeting?
Yeah, like a natural occurrence thing.
Mm-hmm. You haven't yet, amongst your acquaintance or people you see, seen a lady that you might be interested in pursuing?
It seems like there is one, but it's the thought that comes to mind is it's too late, or she's gone, or something like that, like missed opportunity or something.
Missed opportunity. Because people marry quite young in that time period, do they not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so now you're 47. You may have missed a younger woman. Women that are not young probably are already married or widowed. Is that so?
Yeah,
So you're not actively pursuing a relationship at this time.
it's like not through actions, but open to, like wanting to, but not through. There's no specific action. I don't think.
So you're open to it and you're just kind of waiting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sounds a lot like Timmy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you think there's a time when you'll say, I guess it's never going to happen?
Yeah, that's also there. I think that's why there's no action.
Mm-hmm.
There's the want, but there's the want, the hope, but also the too late.
The too late feeling.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have, Charles, to offer a woman who's looking to marry?
A lot of stability, kindness, intelligence, vision comes to mind. There's this sense that there's a lot to offer.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to ask you, Charles, then to fast forward to the next significant event in this life. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Be there. See what you see. Hear what you hear. Feel what you feel. What's happening today?
I think he's getting married. He's 55.
Getting married at 55. Congratulations. And his wife to be today.
She seems younger, good looking.
Does she have children?
Not sure, I think maybe 1 or 2.
So she's been married before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. Is he happy?
Yeah.
Good for you, Charles. I'm glad. Very glad to hear this. What's left as you're thinking of you're going to your marriage, your wedding today? If you thought forward in your life, what's left to accomplish?
To live it. Just live. Just live. Enjoy it.
Just to live it and enjoy it. That sounds like a really great life. Let's fast forward again to the next significant event in your life. Charles, 1, 2, and 3. Be there now. And tell me what you see, hear, and feel.
It's his funeral. It's in that same church, chapel-like setting.
Charles's funeral?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we need to back up a little then. Let's back up. Let's back up in Charles's life to the day of his death. Charles, what's happening today?
Lying in bed.
Mm-hmm.
The bed has like 4 bedposts. It's like one of those thick mattresses that he's sort of squished in.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple people around. There's one lady around with a white bonnet type of thing, tending to his care. It's weird. There's a lot of regret.
What's the regret about?
Uh, it's weird. It has to do with time that he got married so late.
How old is he today?
It's 86.
86. So he had a number of years with this new family. He wishes he had more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Charles, are there any of your family or friends that have gone before you? Have they come to be around you on this day?
It seems like the family of old is gone. That newer family is there, the younger generation.
Mm-hmm. Is there anyone who's gone on before to the spirit world? Have they come to be with you at the end?
Not sure, it seems just peaceful now.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. Despite the regret of not living longer, have you pretty much fulfilled everything in this life that you wanted?
It's weird. It's like, yes, but it should have been earlier.
Yeah.
Stuck on that age thing.
Yeah. Are you peaceful and ready to go on?
Yeah, there's no other choice.
And there's no other choice, but it seems like it might be easier if you feel at peace with it.
Yeah, the regret just doesn't want to budge.
All right. You can take that with you if you need to. I'm going to ask that one of your angels or light people come to be with you here at the end. Will that be all right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me know when they're there.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, good. And as you take your final breath and your spirit leaves your body, let me know when that happens. Okay, good. So I'd like you to go with your spirit and with the accompanying angel or light person, follow it to the spirit world, be it there. And when you're there, you can ask the help of that being that was with you, that you both look back on the soul of Charles during his life, looking back on his life, but on a soul level. And I wonder if you can notice any little pieces that are absent from the soul, but are attached to some event. It could be a trauma, or it just could be that regret or some other emotion from his life.
There's a strong focus on grief.
On what?
Grief.
Grief. Mm-hmm. His own grief or grief for him?
It's strange. It's grief. It's grief to I want to say the first 25 years or something, but I don't understand.
Perhaps the grief is to that other lifetime? I don't know, but the angel or light being that's accompanying him can help him if he has questions. And if a fragment of his soul is still lying attached to that emotion, I would like to know that. It'll still be attached to him through a ribbon or thread or something of that type.
Just a moment.
Sure. Take the time you need.
In the messages, you have to let go of the grief or the regret, and it's weird because I'm getting a very spinning sensation in my body right now, like I'm tumbling over, like I'm in a washing machine of the universe right now.
Interesting. You're there with, so remember the angels and light people and your guides are there to help you in this situation. So if you need their help to stop that sensation or explain it to you, all you need to do is ask.
It almost feels like unraveling, like I'm a ball of wool and it's being unraveled, and that's the sensation.
Which is probably, it's probably those soul fragments that have split off from your soul and they're stuck in, they can be stuck in a trauma, they can be stuck in a heavy emotion like grief, but they're still attached to you, but they're attached with this ribbon or yarn, like you say, the unraveling. And what I'd like Charles to do is to ask his angel or light person there, ask them to retrieve any of those fragments and bring them back. And then what we'll ask them to do once they've retrieved them is to clean them, heal them, cover them in a blanket of forgiveness, and then reattach them or place them into the soul to make it whole again. And Charles might need to rub his hand over the soul to smooth everything out and make it whole again. Is that happening?
Yeah, the spinning is slowing down. It's just taking a little bit of time.
And describe what they're doing, what's happening.
They're working on it, and it's because I can actually feel it.
Great.
The spinning has slowed down a lot, but it's still sort of, it's no longer tumbling, it's just sort of like a lying flat and a spinning around almost on a merry-go-round with nothing on it, just a spinning around.
Mm-hmm. As they work, I imagine that will slow and slow. And just let me know when they've finished with the fragments from Charles's lifetime.
It's strange. It feels like it's almost there and they stop, so I'm going to sit with it a little longer. It feels like that's just a... It almost feels like that's just a memory. I'm just going to give it a little bit more time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Go ahead.
It's so strange. It feels like there's a tiny, tiny piece left to tend to, like, as though something's in a cone at the bottom and that tiny piece.
Here's what it may be. Usually when I ask that the lifetime of Charles be made whole again in this manner, then I ask if the angels and light people will look to lives previous to Charles's lifetime and go back and retrieve any fragments that are stuck in those lifetimes and bring them forward. That could be what remains, maybe.
It's weird. I feel like I'm on the Arctic, like there's a lot of snow, or maybe Alaska or something.
We've seen a lot of snow. Is that all those fragments that they're collecting? And usually I hear there are many of them.
Yeah, it's almost like I dove into that cone trying to go through that bottom tip with the fragments and see where it led me, and it didn't want to let me go. Then all of a sudden, there's just snow all around me. I mean, it's huge.
They might be shielding you from some of that too. Even though you have a strong desire to go after those parts, I would ask you to ask the angels and light people to do that for you, remembering that there could be quite a bit of trauma attached to some of those parts, and they are more equipped, especially in previous lifetimes, to bring that back without any traumatizing to you. And just allow them to help. This is what they love to do. And they'll take those parts from the other lifetimes and also cleanse them and heal them, put the blanket of forgiveness over them and reattach those or place them back with your soul, so your soul will really be whole and healthy.
Scenery slowly seems to be changing to more like the opposite of the snow, more like there's a open vast space with a sunset.
Oh, that sounds peaceful. Just let me know when they feel they have finished.
Does full circle come to mind? I think that's...
Do you feel like they've finished their work? You can ask.
Yeah.
Okay. And now I'd like you to ask them, would it be beneficial and would you be allowed to go to the healing temple?
It's like they shrug their shoulders and say, yeah, sure, if you want to.
It's usually a nice experience. If they'll allow it, let them take you to the healing temple. Okay. Is this the healing temple for Yasmin or Charles or Timmy? Whose healing temple is it?
I get Yasmin.
Yasmin, okay. And if you would please describe it to me. I always like to hear what each person's looks like.
It's like a white triangle pyramid type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not a teepee tent, but structurally wise, shape wise, it sort of reminds me of that. Even though this is more geometrical. I'm just sort of looking at it, not in it. Doesn't seem to be a door to it. It's just there.
It's just there. Well, they'll take you where you need to be, whether it be inside of that or outside of that.
I'm in it now because I can see the ceiling.
Cool. What are the colors inside?
It's all just more light, or there's like a bluish undertone to the white light now.
Mm-hmm. Is the light the part that's so healing?
Yeah, I think that's where the force is, or force is the word that comes to mind.
Mm-hmm. How's that feel?
There's a sense of anticipation waiting for it. There's also a disbelief, and I think it's that disbelief that's getting in the way.
Well, you can hold on to your disbelief if you want to, but as we did with the other things, just push it aside for now and just allow what you can allow. The experience is worth allowing.
It's slowly moving through me like what comes to try to describe it, like a bottle of honey that you flip upside down and the honey just sort of slowly comes down. That's what's happening.
Yeah. And so that anticipation of the slowness, I always sit there and think, come on, just take the time you need. And let me know when you're done.
It's gone through my entire body now. Now it's filling all the space around me in that triangle temple thing. It's very light. Seems complete. It's interesting. It completed the whole thing, and it felt very light. And as I was saying it out loud, I really felt my breath shifting, and then it sort of threw me out of the temple, not in a malicious way, but it was sort of like you got sort of it's propelled out, it's spelled out. And
okay. So what the last thing I wanted to do was I wanted to ask if you would ask your angels there and guides and light people, if they would please take that soul that's been made whole again and bring that healing up through all of the past lives between Charles and Yasmin, all the way up through, allowing the healing through every lifetime. And let me know when that's done. Good. How does that feel to you?
Yeah, that's done.
Do you notice any kind of shift?
Just a lightness.
That's a great feeling,
light.
Isn't it?
Light mind, light body, yeah.
And just as an afterthought, you may want to ask them, do they think it would be beneficial for you to go to the library?
I get the same things.
Well, then that's up to you.
If you want to.
If you want to go, then ask them to take you. Some people find it beneficial. Describe that to me.
It's huge. It's very big. Ceilings. I don't know how many feet tall. All around. It stretches everywhere you can see.
And this is a place where you can see and find answers, sometimes if you will, if you're allowed. So go ahead and decide what you may want to see.
It's weird. It's bringing me to a red book, kind of a light red, and it has my current name on it, first name and last name.
Would this be your book of life?
Seems like it, but it's like the pages are empty.
You're not allowed to know that at this time. That's okay. You have been shown that it's there and that you're relevant. And you could thank them for the opportunity to know this. And if you have other questions, go ahead and ask them at this time. Take the time you need. Just let me know when you're done.
Yeah, I think it's
good. And now at this time, I'd like to ask Yasmin's higher self, Timmy, Charles, all to combine back into her personality. Just let me know when that's done. Good. So at 0, you may go a little deeper. At 1, noticing your body, your physical body there as it lays. At 2, beginning to hear the sounds of life around you, reorienting yourself to the room. At 3, take a deep, deep breath. 4, becoming very alert. And 5, eyes open, wide awake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open, wide, wide awake. Great.
Yeah.
That was very interesting because you never totally immersed into any of those personalities, yet you were connected to them.
Yeah. It was like it's strange because there were moments where I could feel those emotions. Like I really felt that. I think initially it was the Timmy, the sadness, and the elf thing was weird. And then the Charles thing, I could, on his deathbed, I could feel that regret and that grief, and it seemed to have come from something that occurred early in life or at somewhere in the first 25 years or something, which is interesting because it reminded me that I couldn't figure out
25 was that number
25.
There
that same. Right. And so I could feel the feelings, but I could sort of see it separate, like I'm
Yeah,
just observing them type of thing.
sure, sure. That's kind of a good
Can you
thing,
remind
right?
me? I lost thread a little bit.
Let's see. You said it was kind of like a carrot dangling. It seems like you get so close, but you never get it.
Yeah. Yeah, which is, it's odd because I had no expectation coming into this, but that's something that in the last few weeks I've been thinking about. Something, two very specific things happened, I would say, in the last 6 months where we're so close. I mean, it was basically a done deal. And so the carrot dangling, and both of them life changing and I mean,
Yeah,
very talked about, I mean, very, very specific things. And then it all disappeared. And so the carrot dangling aspect had been on my mind in the last few weeks where I've been thinking about, is that something I should explore, you know? And then what's really interesting is what came up in these
yeah,
past lives, how it was connected to, like, it was almost the same
yeah.
story in Timmy and
It was
Charles.
so interesting that you
Interestingly enough. Yeah,
spontaneously went
it's
to a
weird.
whole different lifetime. Yeah. Just you said you were there, you were Timmy.
It was
It seemed like
strange.
England, and then suddenly it started to get older.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the scenery that changed, and then the Timmy character didn't fit in there
Hmm.
anymore, and it's slow. It was this slow, gradual like shift. It took its time, and then it was this Charles name popped up,
But truly,
and then
those two
the
lives seem
character
to have a
shifted a little
parallel.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah, very interesting. And perhaps the Charles
Yeah.
character was more
Yeah.
amenable to the healing that we wanted. Perhaps.
Yeah, or more of a clear story there. It's strange because there is a parallel in this life. It's just so very odd. And then when it was like the healing of the all
Hmm.
the different timelines, I could see like almost like a thread or like a line going all the way in the tip of that cone, and it sort of became very, very light. And then I personally
To
thought,
the
well, what about
future.
the future? And then it just shot out that same thread, the light. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Just like a line, like an actual thread. Now, when at one point I felt like I really felt
Hmm.
like I was just tumbling, like in my body, I felt like I was just tumbling, where a vertigo kind of feeling, but really a lot more than that. And I thought, oh, I'm just gonna let it surrender to it. I'm just gonna let it
I
be.
kind of
And it
envisioned
felt
that,
like you're in like
I
the
could be
washing
wrong, I'm
machine
just
of the
guessing, but I
universe.
kind of
Like you really
envisioned that where
just,
they were
whew.
pulling those threads to find all those fragments and they were just unraveling from your body, sending you into this huge spin.
Yeah, I mean, it made sense when I tried to explain it, and
Hmm.
I said it feels like you're, a big ball of wool that's tangled and somebody just pulls in the wool. That's what it felt like. And then it was interesting because at the end, it was
Hmm.
like a thread from that tip of the
How
cone
interesting it would have been
all the
to
way
follow it
through.
to the future.
It was like a thread,
Hmm.
and it's weird.
Hmm.
Yeah, I tried. So in the library, and it was huge. I mean, I don't know how tall these ceilings would have been, these walls, and how far you couldn't see through the end, filled with books. And
Yes.
what the thought that came to mind was is like it's all the wisdom of everything. And I thought, well, how do I know which one to pick? Like there's so many. And so it just instinctively up somewhere there was like a red book that came out, and it was gold type of thing around it, and it had my name on it, my current name. And I thought, oh, this is great. I'm gonna get all the answers. I'm gonna know everything. And so I opened it, but it was blank pages, but there was like a gold glow to the left side. And so I tried to look, but there was just nothing there to see. Yeah.
To see it, and you weren't allowed to see
Yeah.
what you were looking for there.
Interesting.
Yeah. Pretty interesting. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Now I really want to go into that
That's
future.
funny.
Yeah, I know some people do that. I have never tried to do that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Very cool. Thank you, Yasmin, for coming on today. That was a really interesting session.
Sure. Thank you. Yeah, it's odd because it's like you said before. There are
It
moments it's
comes
like,
to you.
am I making this up? But then when you ask questions, it just kind of pops up. And then at the yeah, and then at the end when you come out, it felt very real, like you one of like a dream
Yeah.
that you have, and you wake up and you're trying to discern which is the reality. So it's odd where there's moments where throughout you feel like
Yeah.
it's my imagination, but as you come out, it feels
I
like,
think
no, that
sometimes
was very
one
real.
person
It's
I
just very
talked to had on
interesting.
the and so I think it's pretty easy to think
Mm,
I made it up. But like you said, the reality when you come out is like, yeah,
sure.
that was pretty specific. And I have a knowing. I think you have a knowing, don't you?
That was pretty weird. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Look, at the end of the day, when we, you know, when you do these kinds of things and it has to
Yeah.
fit within a certain anatomical structure of the present. So
Yeah.
we're going to call it whatever makes
But
sense
if you have
to
healing and it looks like
the
you
current
felt
logic,
a healing,
Yeah, I
then
think.
it's whatever it is, it's worth it.
Sure. Yeah. It was, yeah, yeah, absolutely. It was strange. It really was it was a slow movement. And at one point I even thought to myself, hurry up a little bit. And it just kept doing what it did. And I was like, all right, I'll just wait. And it felt very light. Even in my mind, it felt very light. So the body, okay,
The
it's
lightness
easy
of
to
mind,
relate
though,
to, but
sounds
even in the mind,
wonderful
it felt
because
like,
we always carry
oof,
heavy
yeah,
expectations and disappointments and, to-do lists. And yeah, a lightness in your mind sounds wonderful.
sure. Fair enough. Well, thank you. And glad that it was a help for you. And it
Yeah.
certainly was a help for me.
Yeah.
I will report back if I notice anything in the
You are so
aftermath as
welcome.
well.
I
I'll
loved
let you
it.
know for sure.
Talk to you next time.
And thank you very much. Bye.